Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to HeadKick Audio, episode number 46. I think I got my numbers right now. Okay, so HeadKick Audio, MMA podcast. I also do like fighter interviews and shit in that intro, depending on the platform that you're using. Okay, so if you're using anything that's just audio, you're hearing Cutthroat Gorgeous. That song is off their upcoming album, The Past. Okay. And then if you're listening to, or if you're watching this on YouTube, alright, the intro music is by a band called By the Gods. Those the homies, okay? Well, they're actually all the homies. Alright, and we're trying some fun new things here with a little setup. I got notes, I got a tablet, I got the phone, I got my Twitter group. They're all loving everything we do here. So we'll go ahead and let me just, I'm going to turn that off. So we got no interruptions. We got 2 fight cards. We got UFC on ESPN+29, which was headlined by Anthony Smith and Glover Teixeira. And then, of course, we had UFC on ESPN 8, which was headlined by Alistair Overeem and Walt Harris. The big boys really getting it done in both events, because light heavyweight and heavyweight. But of course, we're gonna go ahead and start with, if I can get this thing to work. I'm trying to cut me some slack here. Okay, and then of course, you know, we have the adult beverages, some frosty good cold boys. Yeah, no, never mind. Let's just go ahead and now look, there was no, this was the second 2, Jesus Christ. There you go. We got 3 events in like 7 or 8 days, whatever, 9 days. However big the span was, it doesn't matter, right? But we got 3 events, like back to back to back from the UFC in Florida. So you had UFC, I think it was 249, and then UFC on ESPN+29. And then UFC on ESPN 8. All in Florida, and there's no crowds. It was pretty cool. I dig the no crowd thing. There's no stupid woos, as everybody was pointing out. But there's probably a lot of points in the fight where fighters are probably like missing that crowd to hype them up or whatever to get them through, you know, maybe they're starting to gas out and the crowd picks them up and they catch a second wind or whatever. I think, you know, if you're a true pro, you don't need the crowd, but some fighters do feed off the crowd, and sometimes we get better fights because of it. However, these fights did not need a crowd because all of these cards have been pretty badass. I mean, aside from, you know, a couple not so great fights, I mean, for the most part, I was thoroughly entertained with the display from the fighters that are fighting in the midst of a pandemic, okay? So, I don't know, really, I don't know how serious it is here in Arizona. I guess the UFC is, last I read, anyway, I'm not like, you know, one of those news junkies, but, although I do use the junkie, mind you. But here in Arizona, at least, it's tapering off here a bit to where the UFC is actually looking at hosting events here in Arizona if Nevada tells them to go fuck themselves. So if that is the case, I doubt there'll be, you know, people in the arena. Maybe there will be, I don't know. If there is, I mean, there'll be a lot of last minute sales. But they're at least looking at Arizona to get it done. You know what I'm saying? And if you couldn't see what I was doing, I was patting my chest and, you know, leaning to the side. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and go about the fights already, goddammit. Shut your trap. Alright, what we got here on the prelims is we got Chase Sherman making his return, and you got, I don't know if it's Ike, or Ike Villanueva at heavyweight. Chase Sherman comes in and looks pretty freaking badass and gets done via round dos. Okay, he got the TKO in round 2. Looked awesome. Brian Kelleher. Okay, Hunter Sure was winning this fight until boop. He wasn't, man. Kelleher made some great adjustments coming out into the second round. Shut up, you. Jesus. I'm trying to give a man a heart attack over here. Don't worry, the beer is calming me down. Anyways, Kelleher made some key adjustments. Basically started taking the fight to Hunter and ended up getting the KO. And it was pretty fucking gnarly. It was pretty cool. And it was a thing of beauty. Even though I thought Hunter was going to win this fight. And he was. He was winning this fight in the first round. And this guy's got a pace. This guy's got heart. This guy's got everything you want to see. And now he's starting to show that he's got hands. But nevertheless, he takes his first defeat. And I believe both these guys are, at least Kelleher is a bantamweight. I don't know if Hunter is a bantamweight that they both were fighting at featherweight for this fight, but I know for damn sure Kelleher is a bantamweight, moving up to featherweight. He definitely looked like the smaller dude, so I don't know if both guys were. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Dude looked good. And then Omar Morales getting the win over Gabriel Benitez. Now, Gabriel, he had this nasty gash in his shin. It was pretty fucking gnarly, and they showed it. They fucking showed it. Yeah, I don't know if they'd have done that on Fox, but I guess after Alistair's lip, nothing's off limits here. It was a pretty back and forth fight, but Omar, in my opinion, was kind of leading the charge through all 3 rounds, and gets the decision there. You're not gonna hear any crying from me. It was a great fight. It was fun. It was not back and forth as it could be. I thought Gabriel could have maybe sat down on his punches a little bit better and maybe came forward a little bit. Sijara Eubanks got the win over Sarah Morass. It was pretty dominant. Morass was showing off that she's got some hands. And I'm aware I'm pronouncing that wrong. But Eubanks, 35, we'll see how much she's got left in the tank, although she is showing improvements. And this is her run at 35. Remember, she was slated to fight for the title, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. She had problems with weight, and to 35 she goes. Well, moving on to your main card here, Thiago Moises defeated Michael Johnson. Another fight where Michael Johnson was, man, he was looking good. He was looking with fast hands, crisp hands. It seemed like he couldn't miss, you know what I mean? And constantly coming forward, great footwork, everything you want to see out of Michael Johnson. Until in the second round where Moises comes out with, in 25 seconds, submits the dude. Misses on a takedown, grabs the heel, and it's over via heel hook in 25 seconds into the second round. So, Michael Johnson, who's got wins over Tony Ferguson, he's got a win over Dustin Poirier. I believe he knocked him out. And a couple other key wins. He tested Khabib's chin, or Khabib. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right either. I don't know if it's Khabib or Khabib. Somebody correct me on that shit, because I hear it a bunch of different ways. But, sometimes this dude he takes an L in the weirdest way that you wouldn't think, you know what I mean? Like, he's winning the fight and then, wait a minute, he lost? Like, if you just only caught the first round and somebody said, fucking Michael Johnson, what the fuck? Fucking Michael Johnson lost that fight, and you'd be like, how? How? Of course he'd lose in 25 seconds in the second round. Dude, with heel hook. Come on, man. Andre Arlovski. Man, I don't get tired of watching this dude fight. I really don't get tired of watching him fight. He took on Philippe Lins, World Series of Fighting guy. Or sorry, PFL guy. I'm not sure if he won their first title at heavyweight or if he was slated to fight. I don't really remember a whole lot because the memory's bad. Anyways, Andre Arlovski, his chin was tested, his cardio was tested, which his cardio has never been a real big problem. But the dude just looked good, and he's significantly older than Lins. I think there was at least a 10-year gap. Maybe. Anyway. it doesn't matter. Andrei Arlovski gets a unanimous decision win, a couple 30-27s and a 29-28. Ricky Simon defeated Ray Borg via split decision. This was a close fight, but I mean, I had Ricky on my scorecards. I thought the takedowns, albeit it wasn't that he did a lot with the takedowns, it was that there were so fucking many of them. How about that? How about that? And you could hear everything that's going on in this cage, right? So you could hear Ray Borg call him son or kid or something like that, and Ricky Simon, come on man, I'm older than you. Shit was fucking hilarious. Drew Dober, my boy, getting it done over Alexander Hernandez. Now, I think everybody in the world was pulling for Drew at this point, except for Alex Hernandez's family and friends and fans. But a lot of people that, maybe they're not, on the Drew Dober train, because they don't know how great he is, but they're not on the Alexander Hernandez train. A lot of people were like, get this dude, okay? And he did. He got this dude. And Hernandez, he made it a fight in the first round, and then in the second round, Dober's striking just started to take over. Oh, shit. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Daddy forgot to plug in his laptop. So when I see this Alright. Bang. And we are back. That was a silly intermission, wasn't it? Anyways, Drew Dober gets it done in the second round with only 35 seconds left in the round via TKO. Just absolute beast. His striking looked amazing. Now look, Drew Dober standing with just about anybody in the lightweight division. I don't like their chances against Dober. I really don't. Does he get hit? Yes, he gets hit. Alex was able to hit him, but he's got a pretty decent chin. And the boy has got some skills with his hands and his feet. You can't forget his feet. Okay? And then in your co-main event, Ovince St. Preux, OSP, moves up to heavyweight to take on Ben Rothwell. And I'll give the man his credit. Going up to heavyweight's got to be scary as shit. I thought he could have looked better. But, I mean, I wouldn't want to fucking fight these big guys either. Ben Rothwell is like one of the biggest heavyweights out there, like just mass size, right? Not like the biggest muscles or like, the fucking most sculpted fucking chest and abs. The dude's a massive, massive human being. Fuck all that. I would be staying at flyweight because I ain't about any of that shit. Anyway, so OSP, you can see that he didn't want to test that heavyweight power, and unfortunately, this fight didn't hit the ground, which I would have loved to have seen. But Ben Rothwell gets it done via split decision. I mean, the right guy won, in my opinion. The right guy won. I think OSP was doing a little bit too much running, and not a lot of fighting. And I'm not saying that he did horrible. I just think that if he would have been a little bit more offensive, that split decision probably could have been on his side or closer to unanimous. But nonetheless, Ben Rothwell gets the win here. And then let's see, our main event, Anthony Smith, Lionheart taking on Glover. I love Glover, man. I love this dude. Not only is he like one of the fucking nicest dudes ever, but even at 40, 42, something like that, the boy is still putting together win streaks. I believe he's on a 3-fight win streak. Now look, this fight was very controversial because when you got to like about the third round, I believe Smith sat on his stool and was just like, I'm done, I've got nothing left. He went out for all of round 4 and most of round 5. Okay, my favorite referee ever, Jason Herzog. I still think he's the best despite this hiccup. Okay, Herzog was the ref. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. The ref is going to see what's going on and he's going to stop this fight. He did it. And the corner let him go out. I'm sorry, if I'm your cornerman and at fucking the end of round 3 you say that's all you got, okay, stupid, then that's all you fucking got. You're not going to answer the bell at round 4, and if you lose your win bonus, sorry. That's just what I would do. Okay? The fight continued, and Smith is very intelligent. He's a fucking OG. This guy's a veteran. He's got so many fights I lost count. Okay? But at the same token, every time the ref asked him, hey, I need to see something, fighter, he did something. Okay? Now, was he still getting an ass whooping? Yeah, he was still getting his butt whooped. Okay? He was still losing veneers. Okay? Cracking orbitals. I mean, if there was a kitchen sink, trust me, Glover, he gave it to him. Okay? And he was even apologizing. Like, oh, hey, man, I'm sorry I knocked out your teeth. Wow, man, how do you not like Glover? You know what? As a matter of fact, if you don't like Glover, the fuck out of here. Now, I don't know him on a personal level. I'm just going by the interviews, the fights, and, you know, all the build-up and whatever that I can see of the man. I love that dude. Son of a gun. But, yeah, he got your unanimous, or sorry, not unanimous. He finished him in the 5th round. Let's see how much time was left. It was 104 of round 5. Okay. And then real quick, let's go over bonuses. As you figured, Glover took home 50 G's. And then let's see, Drew Dober, he took home 50 G's. And let's see, okay, Drew Dober, yada yada. I don't think there was another fight of the night. Here we go. Hunter and Brian Killer. I can agree with that. Even though it ended in the 2nd round. That fight was, I like that fight, buddy. Okay. And then let's see, UFC on ESPN +29 salaries. We'll just go over the winners, I guess. I just want to kind of include some like little information or whatever. Glover, without any bonuses, backdoor, whatever, he took home $230,000. Ben Rothwell, $260,000. Dober netting $116,000. Ricky Simon, $60,000. Andrei Arlovsky, the big winner at $325,000. Michael Johnson, though, still taking home $83,000 over Moises' $24,000. Get this dude a manager so he's not only taking home 12 and 12 to open up a UFC main card, please, especially in the middle of a pandemic. Damn that set. Omar Morales, get yourself, dang, you only got 24,000. Ooh, I don't even want to look at that no more. Okay, and then let's see what we got here. Suspensions. Real quick, Glover out 180 days. Let's see if it shows why. I don't think it says why. But 180-day layoffs would be OSP, Hernandez, Simone, Johnson, Morales, and Benitez. Let's see. Anthony Smith was only suspended for 60 days. Okay. Let's see. I don't see Dober on here. Is Dober on here? No. Okay. Hunter, 60 for the KO. Keller, probably just for a hard fight. Gabriel, that shin. I'm telling you. 180. Something happened to Morales. Moras suspended 30. Probably hard fight. Same thing for Arlovsky. So you got some suspensions there. And then let's just go ahead and move on. I want to talk about this UFC on ESPN 8. What the hell is this? No, I do not want this. Get out of my face. Okay. So UFC on ESPN, just 8. So this was on big ESPN, but I watched on Plus. Because I said, fuck you, cable. Costing too much goddamn money. Alright, so results. Rodrigo Nascimento defeated Dante Mays via submission, a rear naked choke in round number 2. Courtney Casey defeated Mara Romero Borrea via armbar in round number 1, about halfway through the fight. And you could hear the chick yell. There was no crowd, so you're and then, of course, she's tapping. Now, either of those would count, mind you. Either of those would count. But Courtney Casey moving up to flyweight, which I thought was a pretty good move because she's so tall. She looked great. She looked great. Nate Landwehr defeating Darren Elkins via unanimous decision. Now this one I saw some controversy on Twitter. Nate Landwehr and Darren Elkins. Now Darren wears a lot of damage. That's his nickname, is damage. And he also bleeds a lot. Okay, he bleeds a lot. But a case could have been made if they would have said Darren Elkins won this fight. I would not be upset. Okay? Landwehr got the scorecards. I'm not upset at that either. It was a close fight. You could make a case for either guy. So I'd have to go back and actually score that fight. So somebody call me out on that, please, so that I can do that without them fools in my ear. Giga Chikdase. I'm really fucking bad with names. Defeated short notice 35er. Okay, so a bantamweight takes a 45 fight and goes the distance with an outstanding kickboxer and a 30-26 and a couple 30-27s for that one. I thought that Irwin coming in on pretty short notice and up a weight class looked pretty good. I can't wait to see the guy fight a bantamweight in the UFC. I think the guy could really make some noise there. But Giga definitely huge for the weight class. Holy crap. I don't know if it's just because Irwin's short. Not sure, but he looked great. No arguments with that win there. Kevin Holland defeating Anthony Hernandez via TKO in round number 1 in all of 39 seconds. Holy shit. Hit him to the body, and then some follow-up punches as he fell, trying to cover up. Pretty quick win for Kevin Holland, and there was a couple call-outs there that were pretty nice. I think he called out Mickey Gall, but then in the post-fight presser, he's calling out the dude Marvin Vettori, who isn't really that big of a middleweight, but still managed to weigh 203 just in case for this card. So he put on almost 20 pounds, which, let's be real, for a fighter, that's not a lot, okay? It's just not a lot. But I was really surprised that he was able to do that in that short of time. I thought he would be, just staying ready in case something happened with this fight. I'm trying to scroll. Yeah, okay, use him. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, Miguel Baeza defeats Matt Brown via knockout in round 2. Holy crap. Baeza was in trouble in the first round. And then Matt Brown comes out in the second round, and it doesn't go his way. Now Matt Brown is just one of the dudes that I love watching. I love this dude in the clinch. His elbows are just bar none. Man, if one of those lands clean, you're in fucking trouble. If not in the hospital. Okay, but what was it? Caramel Thunder. That's the dude's nickname. I don't have a problem with it at all. Watch a lot of porn, I guess. Song Yadong, this is your main card. Song Yadong defeating Marlon Vera via unanimous decision. And I'll tell you, I did not agree with this decision. I thought Marlon Vera won the fight. I wouldn't say he was robbed because it was pretty fucking close. But I had Marlon Vera winning that fight, rounds 2 and 3. My opinion, do what you want with it. I don't care. Krzysztof Jotko defeating Eric Anders via unanimous decision. I agree with that decision. I thought Anders' game plan was a little bit off. I thought, I wish... Now, I don't want to be a fucking couch coach, and pretend like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But correct me if I'm wrong, but if Eric had more than a left hand, he would be a lot more dangerous. Now, I'm not trying to talk shit about the guy, but it seems like he knows he can touch you with that left and put you to sleep. And he just doesn't really try a whole lot else. That's not saying that he only throws a left hand. Okay, Conor throws right hands too. But he just knows that he has that the touch of death in that thing. Kind of like Johnny Hendricks, right? Pre-USADA. But, man, I was so hyped reading the fucking pre-fight Instagram post. What do you say? He's going to go out defending his shield or on it, something like that. Had me fucking jacked. And then the game plan was to try and take him down or knock him out with your left. I mean, sure, it sounds easy. Just knock the guy out. Not so much. But Dan Ige defeating Edson Barbosa via split decision. Huh? What? Wow. Again, I wouldn't call it a robbery, but I had Edson Barbosa winning that fight. I don't know. Do what you want with it. I don't care. Claudia Gadelha taking a split decision from Angela Hill. Now, come on. You can't be doing this on all the main card. This is what all the fights look like. Fucking all of them. The one like legit call was like, I'm sorry, but it was like the most boring fight on the card, man. What am I gonna do? But really, I like Claudia. Okay, Claudia Gadelha is like, I mean, she's easy on the eyes. Okay, she knows how to talk shit and get into her opponent's heads, and she's not a bad fighter. Not a great fighter, but she's not a bad fighter. I thought Angela Hill won that fight, homie. Homie. I said that out loud. That's so good. Homie. All right. So, yeah, I won't bitch about the decisions too much. Just know that, like, and look, I'll tell you, I put it out on a tweet, for real. All the fighters that won on the controversial decisions, on the controversial decisions, all the fighters that won were surprised their hand was raised and happy about it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm happy about a fucking split call too. But all of these fighters look like, oh shit, I won? All right, yeah. You know what I mean? What does that tell you? Okay, what does that tell you? Not liking these judges. Okay, I think I got to start paying more attention. Because, real quick, I know we're running out of time here, but on all the bad calls from the judges' scorecards, I got to fix those. From all the, sorry, I got some guitars hanging and they're all crooked. Sal D'Amato has been on the card. His name, I see it on the screen and I hear it, right, when they're announcing the judges for the main event. And I hear his name and I see it on the screen when they start the cards. Excuse me. So I automatically associated it with bad calls. So Sal D'Amato equals a bad call, right? I'm not too far off with this, except for I've been listening to a lot of shows lately. You got the Fighting With Myself podcast. You got Steve's show. You got Sirius's show. Look, follow those guys on Twitter, by the way. I'll try and put their little follows right here. Their ats, right? But like these guys, they know they're not forgetful like me, buddy. Okay, they know that I guess Sal D'Amato's like a pretty good judge. My bad, homie. Anyways, so, but yeah, I've been listening to a lot of other shows, courtesy of the little thread that we got going, and I'm really enjoying it. But let's talk about this main card from this most recent event. Now, Walt Harris, he came in, this was his first fight since his stepdaughter. Now, I don't like the term stepdaughter, adopted daughter, or fucking, sister-in-law. Look, they're either your daughter or they're not. Okay? Just fight me. I don't give a fuck. They're either your daughter or they're not. Right? So, his kid was killed. Anaya Blanchard. She went missing, and then they found a car, and then I think they found her body. It was all over the news, and it was all over this fight card. Okay? Any chance there was a lonely action, Walt Harris comes on the screen, and look, I'm a dad. I got two beautiful girls. Okay, beautiful wife, and I'm over here doing everything I can. Okay, I'm just gonna fucking look at Twitter while they're fucking showing this bullshit. Not that it's bullshit, but because I don't want to cry while I'm watching UFC fights. God damn it, that's not why I watch them. And I get it, the story, yada yada. But come on, man. There's a fine line between letting the guy tell a story and exploiting the guy's story. I know you got time to fill. Fucking show a prelim fight that wasn't that long. I don't know, something. Even though I hate when they do that too. I would have taken that over hearing the story. Now look, I'm glad he got it out there. The dude needs to tell the story. Don't get it twisted. But just goddamn fucking sad. And to top it all off, he almost got the victory over Alistair Overeem in that first round. He almost knocked his ass out. Alistair, the veteran, came back and did what he does. And look, the ref gave him every opportunity he could to fucking... You hear my air turn off? Just gave him every opportunity he could. And ultimately, he just had to call it. And right after the fight, you can hear Overeem, hey man, sorry. Like, let's train together. I just don't know how you even take that fight. Because I couldn't, man. I couldn't. But these guys are true professionals. And they know what they're doing. You see me fucking... Did you see that shit? Sorry, gotta fucking move on here. But Alistair Overeem gets a knockout, or sorry, TKO in round numero 2. Yeah, round 2, 3 minutes. Okay, and then real quick, let's go over the bonuses. Sang Yadong and Marlon Vera. Cheeto. They got the fight of the night. It was a pretty badass fight. It was a banger. Okay, controversial as it may have been, the fight was still pretty damn good. Courtney Casey for her slick armbar, and then Miguel Baeza for his knockout over Matt Brown, the Immortal. Not looking so immortal these days. That sounds like I'm talking shit, but I'm really not, because I fucking love Matt Brown. Who doesn't? If you don't like Matt Brown, fuck off. Okay, and then let's go over pay real quick. We'll just go over your main eventers. $400,000 for Alistair Overeem. Damn, that is pretty. He's got a good manager. Claudia Gagella taking home 108. Dan Ige, 100,000. Jocko 108. Sang Yadong 96. Miguel Baeza 24. He needs a better manager. And that's your main card there. Courtney Casey taking home a cool 100,000. She's got a decent manager. All right, and then real quick before we let you go, you got medical suspensions. Let's just see. 2 winners face 6 months. Let's see here. Alistair 45. Walt Harris 45. Angela Hill, no suspension. Get on it, girl. Get on the next fight card, please. Fucking love watching her fight. Now, I have said in the past, like, I like everything about Angela Hill except for the sound of her voice. It's very nasally and kind of annoying sounding. But I don't mind, like, whatever she says or, you know, her social media or whatever. Like, none of that shit bothers me. I like Angela Hill. I think she's a gangster in that freaking strawweight division. Ige 30, Edson 30. Marlon and Yadong 30. You got Miguel with 180. Matt Brown 60 for the knockout. Holland, no suspension. Get on the next card, Bubba. Chikadeze, no, I'm saying that wrong. He's got 180. Irwin, same thing. Nate and Elkins 30 and 45. No suspension for Courtney. Get on it. God damn, just get on it. If you don't got a suspension, you should be calling the UFC saying, hey, give me another fucking fight right now. Because you're primed and ready to go. The physician said you're good. Okay, now look, May 30th, there is an event. Alright? So let me switch it up here. I know I'm taking a little bit longer. I'm sorry. Okay? But there is another event. If my fucking laptop will be faster here, I'll just... And there's another event on... God damn it, what are you doing? On the 30th, right? It says Nunes versus Spencer. Okay, Nunes, however you pronounce it. Okay, I'm just going to read you what they have thus far. Okay, Amanda Nunes taking on Felicia Spencer for the women's featherweight title. And Amanda says she wanted to defend this title. And she wants to be the female. She's already the female GOAT. And she's the champ, the first female champ. But she also wants to be the first female champ to defend both belts. So kudos to her for those aspirations. Devin Clark versus Alonso Menafield. Hell yeah. Ian Heinisch versus Gerald Mearshart. Hell yeah. Jussier Formiga versus Alex Perez. I like it. We'll see if they come in at flyweight though. This might be a bantamweight affair. I don't know. And then Charles Bird taking on Maki Pitolo. Now, this is all they've got so far. I don't even know that they have a venue. This is where I said Arizona might come into play. But that's just what they got. So I would expect that that's going to be a pay-per-view. So get ready to drop some dough on a fight card that could get some juice here in the coming days. Now look, I know there's not a fight card this weekend. I'm still going to do a fucking show because there's a lot of stuff we didn't get to talk about. I want to get into those fucking ugly split decisions and Dober's fucking win and a little bit more about Walt Harris because the dude deserves some, god damn it, the dude deserves some light. I mean, the dude's been through a lot, goddamn. And then Alistair Overeem, I want to talk about him a little bit too. We kind of rushed through the show because we had 2 fight cards back to back. We had a Wednesday fight card, which was nice, and then we had the fights on Saturday. Now, let me tell you, I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, so these fucking cards suck when I have to get up for work. But you know what? I tough it out. I tough it out for you guys. Well, actually, I tough it out for myself, and then I do the show for you guys. So, anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the fights. I hope you enjoyed this show. Check out all the homies that I've put in throughout this entire show. And then, of course, check out Cutthroat Gorgeous and By the Gods. And then, of course, me at HeadKick Audio. And then my personal is the MMA Wordsmith. Okay, and on Instagram, it's at HKA_AZ. So check me out on all social media because I'm there. Well, actually, I'm only on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So follow me on those 3. And I'm going to get the fuck out of here because I have the rest of this beer to finish. And then I have, my wife and kids that are waiting for me on the other side of the door. So until next time, you know it. Head kick. Shout out to Jonathan Davis, not the singer of Korn, but Cutthroat's drummer. He's my old co-host. That's his, okay? He's the one that started doing that, not me. So he gets the credit for that, okay? He gets the credit for that. That's the show ender, and that's his creation, not mine. So props to Chaotic JGD is where you can find him, or I think at the MMA White Belt. Take it easy, guys.